Will this be the last time we see the bullet truck in its current form? In this video, we find out if we can save the motor. Hopefully we get a look and a drive of the new 79. We get all the bits and pieces needed to get Brian back here to put this donk back together. We do a compression check. But first, here's a few minutes of some of the footage over the last 4 or 5 months since the major suspension change, the twin transfer cases, and on a couple of these trips, the motor did get warm. But I'd put that down to the extra revving of the second case. We'll show you the put together and you'll be with us for that first key start.
Turn away from the rock a little.
This is a big step.
Got bigger balls than me. Nah. Bit more. Back's about to go up. Yeah, it's going to force him over. No! Everywhere Danny goes. Fill in.
What's happened here, Rock? Can you tell a story? Blue paint, blue paint.
Same bullets been here.
Leaves his mark. None on here though. I didn't come up this way, did I? Oh, blue paint.
Front disconnect now.
I'll slow this down right here. Now you can see those banana shackles come up and touch the body mount. I guess that would help as a limiting strap, stopping those front springs from actually inverting.
One last run of the year, it's going to be an easy one, he says.
This is insane.
Well, I knew it needed numbers here. I'm not going to get that.
Oh, it's floating. Keep it coming. Got it. Easy.
Here you clearly see the extra flex you get with the saddle bolts out. For me, it felt like I was bum steering though. So I've put one of the saddle bolts back in. Now, while I'm not getting the droop that I am here, it does feel a lot better than what I'm used to, but also it's not steering me away through the back end.
Oh, perfect.
What do you think, guys? Is Dad mental?
Just got a call from Ken at Diesel Equipment Services, and what might be bad news to some has come as good news to me. We want the injectors to be no good, and he said they're stuffed. The back two that we showed you that were dark, he said they've been squirting solid for quite some time. All of them were down around 50 bar. Stock, they're around the 170, and he said they were reading 120 bar. 2 and 1 weren't that far from that either. They were a little bit better. So it's good news for us, because now we know that's where the white smoke's been coming from. It's been over-fueling for so long now, he said. He doesn't really understand how the car was running. But anyway, I'm in the 4Runner today. It's Fun Friday, so I'm gonna duck home and grab the dual cab and head out and pick them up. Brian's due in tomorrow to put them on. So really, that was a really good outcome for us. We shouldn't miss anything. I mean, touch wood, we've still got to put it all back together yet. But from the diagnosis that Ken's given us, this was the problem. I think Shell's gone out for a couple of hours, so there's something I've got to do while she's not home. Shell's gone out for a few hours, so I've had a quick look at the instructions on how to use the dishwasher. So we'll get this on while she's not here. Brian said she'll never know. He said 2 tablets. Turn it on, that's what the instructions said. It said go up to 1 for heavy duty and car parts. And then apparently a light comes on, so the instruction said. Oh, it's a red light, oh dear. Oh, anyway, she's gone for 2 hours. Wish me luck. We didn't get away with the caravan, the 79 didn't show up. Plus, we need to get Bullet Truck back up and running. Now the injectors came back into the house to check on that dishwasher. Hopefully we haven't done any damage to it. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that, how clean they look. All right, better get them out of here. I'll get some compressed air through all these lines. Now these ARB blowers, they're so handy. They fit onto the ARB airline. The amount of times we've used this camping or in the bush, blowing things up, are priceless. You don't have to drag the compressor out. I mean, they don't put out the same PSI, But for this job here, we just want to get any of the water residue that might be stuck in the lines. We also had the season opener at the Kids Mini Bike Club, and I felt that it was important to be there on the first round. It's hard to prioritise all the projects I've got running at the moment, but I just got a phone call from Toyota, and this one here, this stopped everything. You guessed it, back at Toyota. So white, the bonnet is just so white. So nice to be back in one. And hopefully I'm back here again in 2022, getting the beige one or the sandy torque one. Few stops I gotta make. First one is the weighbridge. I've got to pick up that ticket with front and rear diff measurements as well. The shape of that bonnet is so noticeably more different. I feel like I'm on top of a stormtrooper. It looks pretty cool too. Sitting up at the back, which is good, unladen. So the reason we stopped at City Weighbridge, we had a tear weight here of 2480 but for the GVM Upgrade blue slip requirements, we needed a front to rear axle proportion. So it's worked out 1240 front, 1240 rears. So this was required, but I needed to have a copy for my records too. 3950 GVM with a 2480 tear. That's almost 1500 kilos. Second stop is J-Car. So we've got a lot of stuff electrically to do. I've got to get the trailer brakes on. I've got to set up an Anderson plug to give power to the caravan. And I've also need an Anderson plug on the tray for the fridge. First impressions, it's a really nice smooth drive. The steering turns beautifully, drives beautifully. We're on small tyres and they're road friendly tyres. But hit me up down below, any questions about this TJM kit. It's a 3950 GVM with a 3-inch lift, all done pre-rego. There's just so much to do, and just now I received a phone call that's going to set us back a week on the bullet truck rebuild. I know that's how the world is at the moment. Things aren't to plan with COVID and materials and stock and labour. So what's happened is I've pulled out of the Queensland comp. I've got to get this 79 ready with all the electrical work. And I've also got, obviously, get the Hilux up and running. And I would have liked a weekend before going to Queensland to run it, to make sure that, you know, it's good. So this week that we're going to lose gives us a week basically to get everything ready, and it's going to be too short. It won't give us enough time. So now we're working on that next weekend. So the second weekend in March, we've got that charity run up at Killy Loop. So that's a local one to us, and it's going to be probably not as difficult as something like Rocket. So what we're going to do, we're going to concentrate on still getting everything together. There's a lot to do. So I'm going to end this video here, still in the unknown. Still not sure what's going to happen. I'm terribly sorry. I would have loved to have turned the key with you. We'll do that in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.